Hello and good morning. Welcome to the pit lane. I am your host DK10. Welcome to the channel. Good morning, my brother. Hello, Chalk. Already in the room waiting. He has been waiting, chomping at the bit for a bit of pit lane news. What you're watching now is the first race of the new season in the Group 3, Group 4 Sprint Endurance. What you're looking at now is the sprint race, which was I felt like Lewis Hamilton behind Pierre Gasly in that AMG. That Subaru's arse was as wide as a fat bird eating chips. I just couldn't get around it. There was no way around it. And there was no way around for Aldo finishing second in this race. And a right little ding dong he was with Duskiver in the sprint race. Seeing Chalk pull out a 5 to 6 second lead in the Group 4 Porsche. Did really well. It was amazing to see. He was a bit wary about driving the Porsche. Took some getting used to. Signed from VW, now racing for Team Porsche, as you can see there in the table. Currently leading the way from Aldo, Duskiver, Ricky J in the Subaru. He's stayed with Team Subaru this season. Dazzler there, as you can see on the screen right now, he stayed with Team Mazda. Joyce has gone to VW. He is going in the Rocco. In the Group 3, he is in the Beetle. So not too bad at all. Had a good showing, did the Joyce. Ricky J put on a fabulous showing as well in race 1, as you can see they're currently sitting in 4th. Dazzler hit the dizzy heights of 3rd in the endurance race until he had a spin. Once or twice had a spin. He's suffering from a bit of COVID, was he not? But still made it on the night. I was having a good tussle myself with Duskiver until the first round of pit stops came in. You're right, it was a good little battle, to be fair. And there's your leader there, look, taking the first race win. Just coming up to that Big Frank, as we are on a pretty tight circuit. There's a Chalk in his Porsche there. And that's how it was pretty much all the way through in the sprint race. All 3 protagonists up front again, but not in the finishing order that they finished season 3 in. Double champ currently running in 2nd place, and he's got Duskiver all over the rear end. And that's pretty much how our race stayed. I tried to make a few moves. I did go down the inside on one of these laps, and I felt like Schumacher Barrichello was getting squeezed into the wall. I had to quickly dive over to the left-hand side, as you do, or the right-hand side of the circuit. But yeah, it was a fantastic race. Heading into the endurance race, the race here that you see now depends on where you start in the endurance race. And Chalky 12 started on pole for the endurance race and was in a Goliath fight with look, just sending it down the inside. Front end was just locking up. That's going to give Ricky J the run down the inside as well. That 4-wheel drive Subaru certainly got some punch off the corners, that car, has it not? But yeah, I think I led that lap, or outbraked myself, one of the two. We tried to pull away, just wasn't happening. That Subaru straight down the inside, look at that. You can ride all that curb, just like Ricky J did. But yeah, Chalk was in a Goliath battle all race in the endurance race with the double champion, the freight train of Aldo, the Iceman himself. As you look on the comms, you can see on the comms that last lap, I thought he was going to the last lap. I thought he was just biding his time. He's just going to go last lap ditch, throw one down the inside or try and drive around the outside of Chalk in the Group 3 Aston versus the RSR. But it wasn't to be. Fuel played a big issue. He had to sandbag it. At a point, I thought if Duskiver was travelling any faster, he would have took 2nd place, because he took some, well, it was a 24-second lead that the front pair had over Duskiver and myself, and he went down to 12 seconds within the last lap. So what could have been, but it was a fantastic race nonetheless. We are heading to, and I can literally say tonight, we are heading to Miami for the sprint and qualifying, and then we're off to Yamagiwa, Miami, for the endurance race. 40 minutes and a pretty technical circuit, which is Gonna be fun because it's a pretty big circuit in these Group 3 cars. But it should be a good little battle in the sprint. Another tight little circuit, very technical. Slipstream will play a little part, but not too much down the start finish straight. But let's pull up your standings. Here's your standings from race 1. There you go. Chalk leading the way. Race 1 took 8 points. Race 1 you don't get as many points for because it's only a sprint than you would in the endurance race. But Chalky 12 there. Took 8 points in race 1. Aldo taking 7, he's finished 2nd. Duskiver taking 6, finished 3rd. DK10 in 4th. I did finish 5th behind Ricky J, hence the 5-4-4-5. So I finished 5th. Ricky J finished 4th, taking 5 points. Dazzler is on 3. TRG Joyce gets 2. Big Frank gets 1, as he does. Points all the way down to 8th in the sprint. We don't want to be handing out points willy-nilly. You know what I mean? But we want to keep it tight. Give the lads down the bottom end a chance. And tonight's race could tell what's going to happen next week. Because next week it's all changed. My hub is going to be, you're right, Chalk, it is going to be a tough one. It is going to be a tough one. Qualifying is going to be premium, I reckon, because we're only using the super softs for qualifying. The sprint race, you're only allowed to use the soft tyres as well. So, I mean, it's only 15-20 minutes, but managing your tyres while trying to manage pace as well is going to be a good one. It's going to be testing nonetheless. And in the endurance race, Chalky 12 won out that one as well. What would have been for Aldo? What would have been? He finished in 2nd in the end. The Sky finished in 3rd. I came 4th in that race. Ricky J was 5th. Dazzler 6th, taking 12. TRG Joyce taking 8. Big Frank taking 9 points there. As you can see on the table, there is 2 points for the fastest lap. There's no fastest lap in the sprint race. We have pulled that point over to the endurance race, just in case any of the lads down the bottom fancy diving in the pits with 10 minutes, 5 minutes to go. Just put a pair of softs on while they're low on fuel, and then they can go for the fastest lap. We don't run super softs in the endurance race, with softs and mediums. And as you can see, that brings up the table to 33 points for the Chalk, who is 6 points ahead of Aldo, who's 7 ahead of Duskiver due to him taking the fastest lap and the 2 bonus points that goes with it. So that played really well, keeping that pretty tight. Only 7 points between the top 3 already. Then we've got a 6 point gap from Duskiver to DK10, who's on 20 points. 13 points of difference from the top of the table after the first race. Ricky J's on 19, putting 14 points of difference. 18 points of difference for Dazzler, who's on 15. 23 points each for TRG Joyce and Big Frank Old Crawler. They're on 10 points apiece after race 1. I do believe we are missing a driver this evening, and I think it's Big Frank, who's got a family deal on, so no bother there. We have been talking in the chat about having a bonus round, but with the format of this season, if anybody misses a race and it would do a bonus race, then it wouldn't be fair on the table. If you get my drift, you know, if they miss a race night but can make the bonus, they're already losing double points, so you know it wouldn't work out beneficial for them. But we have noted it has been noted to the admins, we are going to do that next season. We're going to put a bonus round in next season. Now, whether it takes over a race night, like say we do 4 races, then on week 5 we do a bonus race for your bonus points, or we do it on an alternate night. That is what we're talking about right now. So yeah, it's been put down, it's on paper, and if it's on paper, so let it be written, so let it be done, as we do. No messing about here at the DMK. Yeah, really looking forward to that. Oh, and there's, speaking of devil, look, here's the start of the endurance race, and there's Chalky 12 on pole. Aldo 2nd, DMK Duskiver is in 3rd. Your double champ right there. And Duskiver, Ricky J. There you got Ricky J and Dazzler, who got most improved driver of the season from last season. Considering he's brand new, came a long way. Yes, you're damn right, but this season is gonna be very tight. If the points are like that all season, it's just gonna come down to drivability and who's got the balls to send it down one side. But yeah, next week, this is the last week for the top 3 to make an impression, or I say make an impression. I will be looking for sandbaggers when I do the comms for the next race, because after this week, next week, the top 3 only allowed to use medium and hard tyres. So, which then again will close up the table between the lads further down the field. Oh, and here comes Joyce. He came in like Miley Ray Cyrus. He came in like a wrecking ball. Yes, it did he not? Joyce here, let's go. Literally, boom, 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 boom. You can see from the telemetry there, he had his brakes on, he was turned in. Just broke a little bit late, outbroke himself. Did look at that once or twice, but it was a very fast racing incident, I put that down to. So yeah, as I was saying, next week the top 3 will be on the medium and hard tyres for the endurance race, which then will give the chances to Joyce, Crawler, Dazzler, even Dazzler himself, most improved driver last season, to get up the field, close up, get right on the back of the drivers like these. So it's all going to come down to car handling ability and yeah, what tyre you're going to start on first. So yeah, pit stop strategy is the driver's own selection. They can stop when they want, go drag it out for as long as they want. But that AMG that I'm driving here was very Thursday in this race. I got that section all wrong, and this is Dazzler going to send one straight round the inside. And I had the Skyver laughing at me in the mirror. Like, oh no, oh no. And there you go, here comes Dazzler. Straight down the inside. See you later. I was on the medium tyres there, I do believe. They took at least 3 or 4 laps to warm up. By then, Dazzler pulled out a 5 to 6 second gap in his Mazda. So yeah. And then he binned it. You know? Then he binned it. It was unfortunate. Equaling his best ice position in the season was Dazzler, running in 3rd place. So yeah, this is the sort of racing that we're trying to promote. Good, clean, fast racing. You know, drivers improving all the time, certainly coming into their own. Not more so than, like we say, Dazzler and Ricky J. So yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic. But who's going to win out tonight? Who do I think's got the best car for tonight? The drivability around Miyabe and then Yamagiwa Miyabe. I would say Group 4 Porsche around Miyabe should do pretty well. Again, it should do pretty well. I'm not fancying sideways there by Ricky J. Powered out too early. Cold tyres, dirty tyres. He did make a drive and half to come back through this race, did Ricky J. Played his strategy really well. Yeah, I reckon the Porsche could do well around it. Even a Toyota is in with a shout. I'd say between them two. But around Yamagiwa Miyabe, I have driven the AMG around Yamagiwa Miyabe before, and it was very good. So I'm going to put myself in a shout for a top 3. You know, all out, guns blazing. Should be a good little fight. But again, you know, I don't want to get too far behind. Although he finished 2nd twice last week, it's not his usual finishing position. I mean, the taking 14 wins last season, did Aldo. So 14 wins out of a season was a phenomenal feat in the same manufacturer as well. So, you know, he knows how to handle the car. He knows how to throw the car about. Pretty much, who else is in the same cars? Dazzler is with the same manufacturer, but he's got 2 new cars. He was running the concept, so we'll see how he gets on. He's doing well so far already. I've got a gap. I'm already closing down on the front too. Some way off the DK10 there. The Skyver was with Ford GT last season. Is now with Team Toyota. Joyce is new in this season. He's with VW and all over the back end of the Skyver there. Big Frank's new to the league this season as well. He's joined up with Team Aston as well. Only 2 manufacturers of these cars are allowed in this season. So if another team joins, No more Astons because they're full up. But you can take a Beetle, you can take a Toyota, you can take an AMG. Only one more of each. You can even take Timor SR as well. Oh, Joyce gets it sideways. All the way around. You spin me right round. Yeah, it did. Yep, you've got Team Subaru. Evo as well. They've got Group 3, Group 4s. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. But last season was tight. Last season was... Well, yeah, they should do, to be fair, Chalk. You're right, the AMG should angle the big corners pretty well, but for some of the, like say the Mazda, the Subaru, they'll just pull off the line and they've got that much traction. It's unbelievable. They just come out of a corner like they haven't been round one. So yeah, they're gonna do well. They're gonna do really well. Same with your Group 4 Porsche, to be honest. That should do well as well. And that's how the race was. This endurance race, 40 minutes long, and that's what Chalk had to endure, leading the race 40 minutes of a double champion breathing down your tailpipes was yeah. Chalk did well to cope with the pressure there. It was really good. I think when it came to the first set of pit stops, Aldo got them moved on and just got in front of you. So he wanted to get an early pit stop, get a short pit stop, and get back out again, which worked quite well, but ended up just running out of fuel. Had to finish the cross over the line with the fuel. There you go. Aldo got the drive out of there. 4 attempts personal best there as well. And now, as far as this season goes, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Really looking forward to it. Can't wait. But next season, season 5 is where it's all going to change again. Like we say, the lads requested a bonus round. We are going to do a bonus round. So, yeah, really looking forward to that. Next season, already in the pipelines, already in the making. Whether it's on Sport or GT7, we will never know. Not yet. So we will see. What's coming to the DMK, to DK10 Sim community page? We are starting FIFA 22 Pro Clubs. That is starting soon. I believe the first match, we're going to trial a first match on Sunday, 7:30. That'll be live on DK10 Gaming on YouTube. Wreckfest as well. That is coming on a Wreckfest league. They go get one. And they want a 1-car league as well, which we're going to try and put on within the next 2 weeks on a Sunday night. About 7, 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. 1-car league. Next week when we do the pit lane, I will spin the wheel of fate and we shall see what car we have chosen. Because there's been a good few cars being shouted about, like the GR3 Mini. And a few other motors that have been there. I can't think of them off the top of my head without going in the chat and scrolling back by a fortnight's conversation. I don't want to do that right now. But the Wheel of Fate will decide what car we are racing in. That'll start on a Sunday. Whether it'll be 2 15 minutes or whether it'll be an half an hour race, we shall see. Might just go all out, flat out. All right. Bit of miscommunication this race was the joke. Sweet. And also in the week coming, there will be another event on GT Sport, which will be a team event. Whether it will be Group 3 4s combined or whether it will just be a Group 4 team event, we shall see. We're in talks with that now. I think it'll be done in the week, if I'm honest. But it will only work if we're in the Group 4s. I think we're going to run the custom manufactured liveries. I think that would look good, to be fair. So, yeah, we might run the custom manufacturers liveries instead of tarting them up like our own. That will be good. And staying on again, speaking of staying on again this season, DN5 Vinyl Designs, who do all DK10's merchandise, hoodies, cups, wall art, car art, jigsaws. Get your scapes over there to do your scapes in a jigsaw. Fantastic. Got one on the way. 200-piece jigsaw puzzle of a Renault Megane trophy. Yep, our first TVT one. Got that coming soon when he gets a day off work, and he's going to deliver them down as well. Can't wait for that. Really looking forward to that. So yeah, FIFA 22 Wreckfest. We've got a league coming on Sunday. It's probably not. It's not going to be this week. It'll be about 2 weeks away. So next week, once the car's been selected, I'll get the league drawn up, and that will be going on the events page. The team event will be done in the week. We're talking about that now as well. So I think we've done enough Group 3, so I think we're going to do a Group 4, which will be good. Team manufacturers event, that will be really good. We did do one similar, did we not? Do a one-off, and that worked out really well. So yeah, we're going to do that. And there's Dazzler's spin. Yeah, it's just Discover and DK10 a move. Recovering Dazzler there, was doing really well. He's hard, still not warmed up, but chewed up at the front. Yeah. Like driving a canal boat, this car was around here. But it is what it is. We got it done in the end, finishing 4th. So, eventually, when Discover got past, he did have the legs. And he pulled away quite dramatically, if I'm honest, in that Toyota. Certainly got all the grip and the speed through the corners. I think that's what he's going to rely on most this season. So yeah, it's going to be absolutely terrific. Really can't wait for tonight, at least, and we'll see how we go. Yes, Mr. Chris, how we doing, buddy? I'm not too bad. How are you? I hope you are good. Yeah, we do in this league. If you're interested, the sprint races are done on the Indy variants of this GP layout. So like say if we're going to Red Bull for the endurance, in the Group 4s we will do the Red Bull short. If we're at Suzuka, we will do Suzuka East in the Group 4 sprint. So I know it's not a big circuit in a Group 4, it's probably something like 45-46 seconds long, but you're doing that for 15-20 minutes. And then we head up to Suzuka GP for the Group 3 endurance and things like that. And to throw a span in the works this season, Nürburgring, we are doing that because compared to Nordschleife, it is more like a Indy circuit compared to the Nordschleife. But we are doing Nürburgring GP as a sprint and the Nordschleife for the endurance. So yeah, really looking forward to it. I know I've not seen you about, but I know I'm literally trying to squeeze this in before I have to go and get stuff done. My second wheel's arrived. I've got to build another rig. So yeah, one for PS, one for PC. So yeah, it's been hectic. I don't even know where the time goes sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, and in between all that, I'm trying to open up GT7, which is just, it's going painfully slow. I just ain't got the time. I could do with somebody who sits at home all day just to clock it out for me, but yeah, would be nice. I think I'm up to about 9 tracks, something like that, and I hear there's about 24 tracks on GT7, so it's painstakingly slow. Yeah, but we're getting there. We are getting there, slowly but surely. This guy was sending it down the outside. We'll try and get the cut back on there. We've got such a run off that corner as well. The AMG just powered out of that corner. Oh, that would be nice, buddy. That would be nice. You come and have a little flavour of the Group 3, Group 4 sprint. We're at Miyabi and Yamagi or Miyabi and Miyabi. Yeah, I feel the same, mate. If I'm honest, I know I've got to open it up and get it done, but I'm reluctant to turn it on because I'm not enjoying it. It's such a pain in my ass. Yeah, but I remember when this game first come out, we had issues with this, didn't we? But their issues seem to be lasting a lot longer than the issues we had with this when it started. So yeah. Remember to get all your settings right if you're joining us tonight, Mr. Chris. The tyre whisperer himself, ladies and gentlemen. The man who can serenade and baby wipe his tyres into supremacy. How he does it, one will never know. One will never know. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. But yeah, tonight's lobby open, Mr. Chris, while you're in the chat. Opens at 8 p.m. tonight, the lobby. Yeah, I can imagine, but I think I tried once, and yeah, there was just no telemetry or anything. Couldn't do it. Didn't know where I was or what was going on. All right, son. So the minis are coming back to Tanzo on GT Sport, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Want to get into a little mini event. It was fantastic. It is a fantastic event. Be sure to check out Tanzo Racing Group for all the events on there. Fantastic. Yeah, well, more than welcome anytime, Mr. Chris. Anytime you are free, you're more than welcome. Should be easy one for you tonight. Should be fairly easy. So let me just make sure I've got that word right. Yeah, it's there at the bottom there. Miyabi for the sprint, and then Yamagiwa and Miyabi for the 40-minute endurance. The Miyabi race, the first sprint race, is only done on soft tyres, and the Yamagiwa Miyabi softs and mediums. Qualifying is done on super softs. The grid is set manually as well due to time change. We change the times. Oh. I was so excited when it first come out, you know. I was really, really looking forward to it. I thought it looks absolutely... I mean, it looks good. It just looks good. But then, yeah. Cars for tonight is... It's more or less a manufacturer's, so no more Aston Martins can come in because they're full. We're only having 2 from each, but you can have an RSR, so it'll be a Group 3, Group 4 Porsche. Any Group 3 or Group 4 of the same manufacturer, basically, Mr. Chris. So, yeah. As long as you can get a Group 3 and a Group 4 from the same manufacturer, so on. Yep, no more Aston Martins. We've already got 2 of those. Only allowing 2 from each manufacturer. So, yeah. But looking forward to it tonight. Should be another good round. Should be another good round. But anyway, that has been your pit lane news and what's coming up. Allocate you one. You asking me to pick you a car, Mr. Gress? You really fancy a challenge? Wow. Ooh. BMW. Yeah, you can have a Porsche GR3 and GR4. There's only one set. Chalky 12's leading the way in the Porsche Team Porsche. Yeah, you can have one more Porsche. One more Porsche would be good. I know you are. It's a challenge trying to stay behind you. Never mind setting yourself a challenge. Hey? God, it seems like forever this, Chris, since I spoke to you. Seems like forever. I will head over to the tables and get your name put down, just in case, Mr. Chris. Get them ready because they'll come out soon. So, I will put you down for the Porsche. Group 3, Group 4 Porsche. That's fantastic. Oh, you know, if you did, right, I would be so shocked if you did. 40 minutes and no stopper. Yeah. Mm. What was? Oh, you mean round Laguna? Mm. Yeah, I need to write that down anyway, don't I? I will write that down in Bic so I don't forget. So let it be written, so let it be done. Yes. Yes, I do. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining in the stream. Big shout out to Mr. Chris Cutler, Ed Oncho of the Tanzo Racing Group popped in the chat. Chalky12 dropped in the chat, the championship leader right now. And we're all heading to my abbey this evening. I have been your host, DK10. Maggio. Oh. Oh. I'm going to have to go to sleep and come back on that one, Mr. Chris. Yeah. This has been the Pit Lane. I've been DK10. It's been a pleasure. Be safe. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.